sorry. I mean, that's the last thing that I wanted to do was upset you. I guess I should
it's not that you really upset me. I guess I'm just pleasantly shocked, that's all.
Well, then, will you marry me?
Preston? Preston? If you're upstairs, I want you down here right away.
Heavens, Charles, what are you screaming about? You're going to give yourself another heart attack.
Never mind my heart. I'll take care of that. Now, what's this little scheme you're hatching?
What scheme are you talking about?
Don't play naive with me. You planned all along that Courtney should have an annulment.
Annulment? Courtney got an annulment?
Oh, my, how you do like to play a role of innocence.
Now, wait a minute. Well, when did she get an annulment? How did you find out?
And you call me a hypocrite. Oh, you express lofty ideals about your daughter's happiness, and then you turn right around and start manipulating her life again.
But, Charles, I told you I wasn't going to interfere with Courtney's life anymore, and I haven't.
Just long enough to turn Courtney against Vaughn permanently, right?
Look, I'm as surprised by this news as you are.
Mm-hmm. You know, I suppose you're going to tell me next that it was Phyllis's idea to leave Rose Hill.
No. I brought her here to Fairhaven so she'd be closer to Courtney and myself.
Oh, really? Do you expect me to overlook the fact that by removing Phyllis, you would eliminate Courtney's need for Vaughn, that there wouldn't be a financial drain anymore, that Courtney wouldn't need the Sumner money? You know, the next thing you're going to be telling me is that you're going to try and wriggle out of our business agreement. And don't you try, because it won't work. And none of these moves is going to create the legal conflict you're looking for between us on Carpenter Shipping. Face facts. I want that board seat, and I'm going to get it.
Will you calm down, Charles?
I will when you stop playing this chess game that you're involved in. And may I tell you that your strategy is just a little transparent? Draw out this fight between us. Keep it going as long as possible so that the board of directors then gets very impatient with me. They won't listen to either my opinions or want my presence. That, dear brother, is, I'm sure, what you're hoping for.
My. The convoluted logic of Charles Carpenter. There is no chess game.
And I'm telling you there is. And let me remind you, anytime your queen gets a little close to checkmate, my king is just going to happen to get in the way. Don't you realize I'm giving you fair warning, Preston? You persist in this, and I'll expose you for what you are. Beginning with Courtney.
I promise you, I'll try to make you happy.
I know. I would like to make you happy, too. But
But what?
well, there are just so many things racing through my mind right now. A lot of things you don't know about me.
Well, there's a lot of things you don't know about me, too. That's the stuff we're going to find out when we get married. I knew when I saw you walking out that door, there was no way I could let you go.
But I'm not certain you'd say that if you knew some of the other things about me.
Well, I am.
I hope so. This is going to be hard to admit. Look, I've got to talk to you about my past.
All right. What is it?
There were other relationships other than Paul. I think that it's probably my father. I thought at the time that I was trying to get back at my father. In fact, I decided that I probably was just using sex to manipulate people.
Miriam, it's all right. I don't really, you don't have to tell me this stuff.
No, I think I probably do. See, all along I knew I was a smart little girl, smart big girl, and I realized that all I had to do was play along with all the people who had something to offer me. And eventually I could get whatever I wanted. Well, see, what I did, though, is I couldn't stop that. It carried over into every aspect of my life, including my marriage with Paul.
Miriam, you told me when Lance died to let all the past go and that you have to move on. Well, that's what you have to do. Listen to me.
What?
You've got to move on. You're a different person now. You've changed.
Yeah, but what about this? I'm just so afraid that that old person is still in there, just waiting to come out anytime.
Listen, we're all afraid of that. Wait, just relax. It's okay. Everybody's afraid of that. That's what we have to fight, to make sure that that doesn't happen.
No, I don't think you understand. You don't understand that I'm really scared. Because I have all these things bottled up inside, and sometime they're going to come out again, and I can't understand or admit these shortcomings very well. You don't know what it's taken for me to admit these things to you right now.
Listen, I want to tell you something. You have to just let the past go. You hear me? You have to let it go. Now, I love you. I love you who you are right now.
Yeah, do you really mean that?
Of course I mean that. I mean that. You think I'm Mr. Perfect or something? Huh?
I think you come pretty close sometimes.
Yes, I'm real close. An archaeologist who loves to write, who's a little shy, a little awkward, kind of silly, and very inexperienced.
What do you mean, inexperienced?
I am. I'm very inexperienced. I haven't been with that many women. I've always had my head in the books.
I'm glad. I think that's in your favor.
You think these glasses are in my favor?
I love your glasses. Don't you know that? They make you look very sophisticated.
Well, I'm a lucky man to have someone as beautiful as you.
I think I'm the undeserving one. To think about spending my life with someone as gentle and as loving as you.
Is that a yes?
Not yet, okay? It's not a no either, though.
Hey, Peter, I'm gonna go to lunch early today, so would you please catch my calls for me?
How'd you get McGovern to let you do that?
It wasn't too hard. Seems it's my turn to buy coffee for this office, and McGovern reminded me that we're out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Life of a journalist. Huh?
Life of a journalist. You ever seen McGovern without his coffee, buddy? It's like those dudes on the TV commercial, hair starts growing out, fangs and all that stuff, looking like a booger bear.
Right.
See you later.
Okay.
Oh, you get half a guess.
Somebody with some bad timing. Courtney, what are you doing here?
So, we're in a bad mood, huh? This'll cheer you up.
What's this?
Well, now, why don't you open it and see for yourself?
I shouldn't be taking gifts from you.
Let me decide that, okay? I just happened to be window shopping, and, well, I thought it was something you might need. Well, now, if you wait long enough, Christmas will be here.
Maybe that's what I should do. I should just wait till Christmas. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'll do.
Peter, after I bought it and drove all the way down here to give it to you, you're gonna make me wait? on, it's all right. People are allowed to give each other gifts. Bet you're gonna love it.
We'll see. Courtney.
I knew you needed one.
Window shopping?
Yeah, 3 jewelry stores before I found the right one.
You spent a bundle on this.
Only the best for the most deserving.
I can't take it. You should never got this idea.
This idea. Okay, just consider it, well, consider it my returning the favor for all the help you gave me with my organic chemistry last semester.
Okay. I think your gratitude would be more appropriate for your husband.
Oh. Now, what if I didn't have a husband?
What are you trying to pull here?
I don't belong to Vaughn anymore.
What?
Well, I happened to have a meeting with a certain Dan Myers this morning, and, my relationship with Vaughn is over. I'm having the marriage annulled. Do you see what this means?
I see what it means. It means you didn't take any time with it. I thought you would at least wait.
At least wait till what?
At least until you considered all the possibilities for helping Vaughn.
I've done that already. And now that the marriage is going to be annulled, I can consider our possibilities.
I don't want to rush you, but there's not a whole lot of time before I have to leave for Canada.
I know that. But Jeremy, have you given a lot of thought to what it would be like for us to live together in Canada?
Yeah, I've given it a lot of thought. I mean, Glen Orchard is a beautiful place. It's peaceful, serene, it's inexpensive. And you know that book that I've been working on?
Yeah, the one about the Indians.
Yeah? Well, I've got some good news for you.
You sell it?
No, I didn't sell it, but I got a friend of mine, Jim Peters, and he's interested in it. He's got a publishing company in New York.
Good, that's great.
Yeah, well, he's given me a substantial advance, but I think that's going to be enough to take care of us for a little while.
Substantial, huh?
Yeah, it should hold us for a while.
Well, we know, of course, that there are things more important than money, right?
What are you talking about?
Like leaving Kingsley. I'm not trying to be selfish or anything, but after all, Jeremy, you are being...
What? Go on.
Well, everything you're saying and planning is all centered around yourself. I mean, what about me and my job? And, you know, I have my job at Modeling Associates. I can't be expected just to walk away from that, can I?
No, you're right. I've been selfish.
See, it's important to me because it's really just, it's the first decent job I've ever had, and it's given me a feeling of independence and well-being, and oh, that's just one of the considerations. And then, of course, they're all my friends. All of them, they're here.
Wait a second. All your friends can come up to Canada. That's not a problem. And you can open up a modeling agency there.
Are you serious, in Glen Orchard?
Why not?
Well, I mean, well, first of all, even if your book is a bestseller, it's still not going to give us all that much money. And as far as a modeling agency in Glen Orchard, I really don't think that the rural areas have that much of a calling for beautiful models. So, why don't we just consider staying here in Kingsley?
I wonder what her reaction is going to be when she learns that her wonderful father conspired with her uncle to make very sure she married Vaughn. Oh, certainly you pressured her from the beginning. She knew that. But I don't think she knows how you bought our alliance behind her back.
Well, what's that going to give you?
You know, I might even tell her that you knew Vaughn was impotent all along.
That's a lie. I never knew any such thing.
Now, you try and convince her of that, particularly after she realizes that you apologize, but not for everything. And then if she's naive enough to listen to you after that, I'll back that revelation up with a sworn statement from a private investigator that he hand-delivered a document stating Vaughn's full medical problems 1 week before the marriage.
Private investigator? There was never any...
I know it'll probably be one of the best forgeries I ever saw, but convince Courtney after she's lost all that faith in you.
So what do you want?
I want you to call your attorneys and tell them that you are not going to contest that seat on the board for me anymore.
Your lawyer, I am sure, has already told you that I don't have too much to stand on.
I agree, you don't. Dan Myers did tell me that, and I'm sure your lawyers have told you the same thing, but they don't know you the way I do. You've lost, Preston, and I've won. But I don't want you calling any technical fouls at this point. So you get on the phone and you call your lawyers and you tell them to drop this once and for all so that we can both get on with our lives. In peace, I hope.
All right, Charlie. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I will call my attorney and tell them that the contract between the two of us stands no matter what happens between the children in the future.
I consider that a very wise decision.
As I want you to get on with your life, Charles. But I doubt if you'll ever have any peace.
Dan Myers thinks it's best that we just get the annulment over with.
Hey, that's a quick lunch.
No coffee either. I left my wallet at home this morning.
Oh.
Hey there, Courtney.
Gene?
I'm still not very sure about all this.
There's nothing to worry about. All right, I know things are... Well, they're a little...
Oh, don't you think maybe you're rushing out of the marriage just about as quickly as you rushed into it? A quick decision's gonna be dangerous.
This is not a quick decision.
Bond's gonna contest it.
Let him. He'll be a loser the entire length of the way. I'll make him see that. No, Vaughn's a little too concerned with his image to contest this annulment.
I just think we all need some more time.
Peter, I know what you're trying to do. But it's over. Look, I don't have to turn my back on you anymore. We can have the happiness that we want.
Hey, you know how I feel about you. It's just that I think that maybe Vaughn really loves you. I'm almost convinced of that.
I'm not.
I want what's best for all of us. For you, for me, and for Vaughn.
Yeah, so do I. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe you do need some more time to become as convinced as I am.
Hey. So, did you tell McGovern you don't have any coffee?
Are you kidding? I told you, McGovern without his coffee turns into a werewolf, and I'm not telling him anything without that silver bullet.
Hey, well, you could just slant the story, maybe. Tell him you have the coffee, use yesterday's grounds or something.
You mean avoid the issue?
Yeah.
I guess I just saw the perfect example of that.
And what does that mean?
Well, I'll put it this way, Peter. If I had to write a story about what you two just said, I think I'd be here all night.
It's pretty simple. I think she knows it's over.
Well, who? I mean, you gotta say yes or no, buddy. I think Courtney walked out of here not knowing what you were really saying. Can't say that I blame her either.
You're forgetting the most important thing here, Miriam. I mean, the reason that I wanted to go to Canada originally is because everybody around here treats me like I'm my brother. Besides, after this thing has happened, I don't think that I can get over it here in such a short period of time. I'd rather go back.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I'm being selfish too, I realize that.
Wait a second. We're both being selfish here. And I think we both have our valid reasons.
I think so too.
The other thing was because, since my father's died, my mother's been alone. She is a very strong and independent woman. But I think that after this has happened, it would be good for me to go back and spend a little time with her until this It was over.
I know. I respect that. I really do, of course. It's just that Eric is so important to me. And I've talked to you about that before. I just can't go rushing off making decisions that are going to affect us the rest of our life. I need time. There are too many adjustments here. I need time to really think about this, time to pray about it.
I just don't want to be in Canada while you're down here.
Okay. Neither do I, so what can we do about that?
Well, I guess if you're so intent upon staying in Kingsley, then we'll just stay in Kingsley. I want to be with you. We'll just get through it.
You really mean that?
Yeah, I do. I'll go up there, and after the funeral, I'll come back. We'll start here.
Thank you. I know. I know what a sacrifice that is for you, and I appreciate your willingness. And I promise you I will pray about all these things. I really mean that. And I really believe that God's best will be done. We just really trust Him. So, thank you for being so patient.
I think I made myself pretty clear, Gene.
I suppose that explains why Courtney walked out of here with a little smile on her face. I think the only thing that you made clear is that the two of you would eventually get back together again.
Not if I never see her again.
And do you want that kind of control? I mean, really, do you think you have that kind of control, Peter? I get the feeling that you're not ready to give Courtney up, not just yet.
I don't know what I want, Gene. Just don't know.